Okay, it looks like we're going. Select stream, refresh. There it is. This time there's no, yeah, excellent. See, this no hiccups this time. No hiccups. Wow, wow, look how smooth. Look how smooth. Post. Dude, no one cares. I don't care if no one cares. I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. Maybe someone in the future is gonna care. Alright, alright. Da da da. Here, let me dominate chat real quick. Dominate chat. But I'll share. Okay, back to the game at hand. Wah 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 wah. Bump ba da bump ba da dum bump bump. No. So, back to the game. Hey, happy day after the 4th. What a weird country. Like, once a year, we're like, hey, veterans, we're gonna give you PTSD flashbacks all night. Every year. Once a year, we're just gonna fuck you up. Like, oh man. So, yeah, it's the day after, right? The day after. I need food. Food! Red Warrior needs food badly. Alright. I'm not a Red Warrior. Let's see. What do we got here? What's the food doing? Yeah, it's still chugging away, dude. I made this way back in the beginning, and it's still going. I never eat that food because it's not as good as that stuff. So like, space matters, right? You want to talk about energy, energy, um, oh, density, energy density, right? Energy is all around us, right? Literally, energy is all around us. Literally. The only difference is its state, how diffuse and how concentrated is this energy. Uh, like yeah, like literally, like this shit here. This is literally energy, but it's in a condition where you can't really um like it's difficult to extract the energy that's already inside of this, right? But if you take something like uranium, you can break that shit down, and when it breaks down, it releases a ton of energy in the form of heat. So, um, but the space it occupies is tiny, tiny, tiny. So the difference between like solar energy and uranium energy is that like to get the equivalent amount of energy out of solar that you have in uranium, you need stupid amounts of solar panels. There's so much energy inside of atoms. When you break down this matter back into energy, it releases so much energy. And that's the problem um with like our cars. Like for the longest time, the best way to like to the most dense energy source was gasoline. Like, but now they're getting to the point where batteries are like a viable contender. Battery technology is finally catching up, and that's going to be a game changer. It's all about energy density. All about energy density. Anyways, that relates back to the food, right? Like this food is going to occupy a slot. This food stack is going to occupy a slot no matter what. No matter what. If I use bread or cake or pork chop, it doesn't matter. It's going to occupy a slot. So the whole point is to make sure that that slot is occupied by as much calories in like Minecraft calories as I can do, as I can get. And turns out pork chops and steaks are the most energy dense food you can get in this game. Golden carrots used to be equivalent, but they changed it. So now that golden carrots aren't as good as pork chops. You eat more carrots and you don't get as much. You have to eat more carrots to get full. So it's not as, and then like the hunger lasts about the same. So it's not really, there's no like benefit to eating golden carrots. It just costs more in terms of gold. Anyways, so yeah, energy density. Happy day after the 4th of July, right? Now here, this is why I decided to do a show this morning. Because what do you think Donald Trump did on the 4th of July? What do you think he did? Like, he gave a big speech, right? Talking bad about communism. That's what I heard. He gave a big speech and he said, bad, bad, bad communism. What did he do, though? What did he do? He called his boss. Putin and Trump held a business-like 90-minute July 4th call, Moscow says. Donald Trump called his boss, Vladimir Putin, and they talked for 90 minutes on July 4th. Do you remember when like 7 senators flew to Moscow on July 4th? 7 Republican senators flew to Moscow on July 4th. Do you remember that? I think can I find it? I hope I still have it. Senators, Moscow. Yeah. I think that's it. I hope it works. Army Secretary McCarthy and Army Chief of Staff General McConville statement from yesterday. Oh wait, no. That's not it. What's this one?
Also ordered, he could order within the swing states if he wanted.
That's Mike Flynn. That guy is a traitor. He's a convicted felon. He worked with Russia to overthrow the government of America, and he was convicted, but his co-conspirator Donald Trump pardoned him, and so he got away. Man, there's like a bunch of these. Which one of these is correct? Are any of these right? What are they all? Oh, so here's Empty Wheel. Almost exactly 4 years ago, this man called up Russia and made several asks that put him, Flynn, and the incoming president on the same side as Russia against the United States government. He also he also said expelling one suspected spy would be appropriate response to interfering in democracy. So yeah, Mike Flynn is a traitor. He's a bad guy. But I'm trying to find the oh, there it is. In 2018, why did 8 Republican U.S. senators spend July 4th in Moscow? By the Associated Press. Yeah, right. Here we go. I found it. That's the senators in Moscow on July 4th. On July 4th in 2018. This is after Donald Trump became president. And he only in 2016, and he only became president because Russia helped him. They made a deal. Remember, their deal was that if Russia helped Donald Trump become president, Russia would help, or if Russia helped Donald Trump become president, Donald Trump would help Russia take eastern Ukraine. That was their deal. So over here, there's the Russian dudes. And then over there, those are the Americans on July 4th, sitting in Moscow. Ron Johnson was one of the dudes who went to Moscow, and he twice blocked the COVID stimulus checks. What's 3A? Kremlin outfoxes White House over photos of Trump meeting with the Russians. Huh? B. The Kremlin outmaneuvered the White House over the dissemination of photos of a rare Oval Office meeting between President Trump and top Russian diplomats that were closed to U.S. press. Although the media was barred from Wednesday's meeting, this happened back in 2017. Although the media was barred from Wednesday's meeting, the Russia-owned TASS news agency shortly afterwards began circulating more than a dozen photos showing a beaming Trump shaking hands with visiting Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak. Yeah. The Russian White House photographer did not release any photos, leaving TASS and the Russian Foreign Ministry as the lone source for the images. As U.S. reporters began inquiring about the source of the photos, the White House responded by saying, "On background, our official photographer and their official photographer were present. That's it." See, what's BD? This issue is particularly sensitive because of the presence at the meeting of Kislyak, who has been at the center of several controversies involving administration officials, involving now fired National Security Advisor Michael Flynn and Attorney General Jeff Sessions. The Russian embassy even tweeted a photograph of Trump smiling broadly as he put his arms around the diplomat while shaking his hand in the Oval Office. You know what? Here, where's these pictures? Right? I want to see these pictures. Open. There's here. Oh yeah. Here, let me get rid of this. There's the picture. That's Donald Trump when he kicked out all the Americans. So this is back in 2017. Donald Trump just became president, and Sally Flynn said, hey Donald Trump, that Michael Flynn dude is a traitor, is a spy. You should kick him out of your administration." And Trump officials ignored her. So she said it again, and they ignored her. So I think she went to the press, and they fired her. And after she was fired, she was able to give testimony. And she said, "Yeah, dude, I tried to warn them that Michael Flynn was a spy, and they wouldn't listen to me because they wanted him there. In other words, they wanted a spy there." So, anyways, um, James Comey is doing an investigation, right? Into Russia. So before Donald Trump got elected, one of Donald Trump's dudes, Papadopoulos, got drunk and blabbed to the Russian or to the Australian ambassador. He blabbed to the Australian ambassador that he can get the Russians to get Hillary's emails. And so the Australian ambassador told the FBI, and the FBI started an investigation into Russia back then, right? Back then, because of this Papadopoulos guy. And then so James Comey was the FBI director, and he was like looking into it, and Donald Trump became president. So Donald Trump pulls Comey aside 3 times and tells him, "Look, Comey, why don't you drop the Russian investigation?" And 3 times Comey's like, I'm not shut up. I'm going to do my own thing. And so since Comey wouldn't drop the Russia investigation, Donald Trump fired him. The day after Donald Trump fired James Comey, he invited these Russians, into the Oval Office, kicked out all the Americans, and told them, hey guys, don't worry about the Russia investigation. I got rid of Comey. I took care of it. The pressure's gone. Anyways, so like what I'm saying, that was back in 2017, right? Then in 2018, these 8 senators flew to Moscow on July 4th to hang out with the Russians. And then in 2026, on July 4th, Donald Trump had a 90-minute phone call with Vladimir Putin. Okay, are you guys starting to like connect the dots here? Are you guys getting it now? Now here's another one. Tucker Carlson literally said Hamas in Gaza are, for a fact, buying weapons from Ukraine on the black market. He then proceeds to text someone in front of Cuomo that he says he personally knows that runs military. Tucker then gets all frustrated because apparently that person immediately told him not to talk about it. Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up. So he won't bring up his sources. He makes this claim that Ukraine is supplying the Mexican drug cartels, as you know, because that's the pro-Russia line. But then he won't provide any evidence of it. So you can see all the right wingers are lining up on Team Russia. Right? Do you see it? Do you see it? It's easy. It's easy to see. Like we already know that Donald Trump purged all the US spy agencies. And why did Donald Trump purge them? because because they told Poland of the upcoming attack by Russia on Poland. Russia plans on attacking Poland, and Donald Trump's role is to keep NATO out of it. They want to isolate Poland. Putin and Trump want to isolate Poland. So the idea is Russia would do something to provoke Poland, and then Trump would keep NATO out of it in order to break up NATO. That's the goal. The goal is to break up NATO. Russia hates NATO, so they want to break it up any way they can. So, so, but inside the United States, there are U.S. people who are still loyal to the United States. See, there's like a shadow war going on. Like you have the U.S. loyalists who are loyal to the U.S. Constitution, and who are loyal to our allies who fought with us in World War II against the Nazis and the fascists, right? These are people who are loyal to the U.S. Constitution. But then you have this new group of Confederates who are not loyal to the United States Constitution. They're loyal to themselves, and they will ally with the enemies of the United States in order to overthrow the United States. Donald Trump is part of that group. So he's working with Russia to overthrow the United States. But you can't, the United States is a huge country with big institutions. So you can't just immediately walk in and fucking take over everything. You have to purge the government of loyalists. And right now, there's a bunch of people in the CIA who are loyal to the United States. And you can't, it's really, really hard to just fire people. But now that Donald Trump's got a second bite at the apple, he can start purging. It's a lot easier because now now he knows who they are. So he can just start doing it. So yeah, these loyal US spooks are warned our U.S. ally of a the Russian plot to divide NATO by attacking Poland and having Donald Trump keep NATO out of it. And Donald Trump didn't like that. Neither did Vladimir Putin. So they had to call and talk about what they're gonna do next. It's so fucking obvious, man. I don't know. I have been literally screaming about this on the fucking street since like 2018. I have video of me doing it. I mean, I made like my whole fucking series, Redstone Lapis Lazuli. That was me documenting what the fuck I was doing. So it's not like a brand new thing, right? It's not like this is brand new information. Like Russia has literally been working with Donald Trump to overthrow the United States, fucking since 2016, at least. But they've been cultivating Donald Trump for fucking years. Remember, Donald Trump went broke in the 1980s because all his casinos failed. Because he's a shitty businessman. So who bailed him out? Russian oligarchs. He's in the Russian mob. The Russian mob owns him. I mean, like, so yeah, like it's funny that we're doing the 250th anniversary of our freedom, and our president is a dude owned by Russia. I mean, do you want me to pull up the time when he literally stood on the world stage and sided with Russia against the United States? Do you want me to bring that up again? Here, let me do that. Sure, I can do that. No problem. Ru- Trump sides with Russia against the United States. Let's see. Wait a minute. Hold on. There's so many of them. I have too many videos, dude. It's ridiculous. Putin. Yeah, that's a JPEG though. That's not what I want. That's one of them, right? I mean, it's in 2018, right? It's common knowledge. Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
For each president, President Trump,
Yes.
you first. Just now, President Putin denied having anything to do with the election interference in 2016. Every U.S. intelligence agency has concluded that Russia did. My first question for you, sir, is who do you believe? My second question is, would you now, with the whole world watching, tell President Putin, would you denounce what happened in 2016, and would you warn him to never do it again?
Pretty reasonable, right? Every U.S. intelligence agency in the United States concluded that Russia interfered in the 2016 elections. Every single one. Our allies helped us, warned us about this. So it's not just U.S. intelligence, it's also like other countries who warned us about this. Every U.S. intelligence agency said they did it. And Russia, your fucking enemy, said, or the enemy of the United States, said they did not. So the question is, who do you believe? Number one. And number two, obviously, since you're the fucking president of the United States, you're going to believe your own fucking intelligence agencies. So assuming, because you're the president of the United States, you're going to believe your own intelligence agency against the word of the head of state of a foreign adversary, are you going to warn them not to fucking do it again? Donald Trump ignores this question. He just ignores it. He just ignores it. Watch, listen. He just ignores it. Instead of taking the position of the head of state of the United States, he takes the position of Vladimir Putin's friend. Watch. He immediately starts like deflecting and introducing red herrings. What's a red herring? A red herring is a distraction, literally distraction. Something put out there in order to draw you off the trail. So Donald Trump just fucking tosses red herrings out there. He brings up some fucking servers. He brings up Hillary's emails. He makes up some random ass number. He because when it came down to it, it was just 3 emails. And of those 3 emails, the only classification marking that marked it as classified was a tiny little C in parentheses. So it was kind of irrelevant. It was not 33,000, it was 3. And there was no Pakistani gentleman that he just brings up Pakistani gentleman because of the racism. And he doesn't know anything about servers or nothing, so he's just bringing up shit that he heard. But it's all red herrings in order to distract from the fact that he just got asked, well, who do you believe, Russia or your own people? So eventually he's going to come to it and be like, well, eventually I'm going to side with Russia against my own people. And then he immediately goes back to throwing out red herrings. Right? So you have to be quick, right? Like in real time, it was hard to catch. So I can kind of understand if people didn't get it when it happened back in 2018. But now, man, we can pause it. We can watch it over and over and over again. We can catch it. We can catch the moment when he fucking betrays us. We can catch it. It's easy. So watch, listen. He's pinned down, right? He's before the world, the whole world in Helsinki. Why Helsinki, Finland? Because it's right next to Russia. He flew all the way to Helsinki because it's right, but because Putin, he's wanted, right? He's a criminal. He can't really fly over any other countries. He can't get into their airspace. They'll catch him if he goes into their countries. So he's really limited. That's why he had to meet Trump in Alaska, because he can't fly anywhere else. If he came to the American mainland, he might be assassinated. So so he can only land on a U.S. base in Alaska. Anyways, Right now, in this video, 2018, Donald Trump was asked point blank, who do you believe? The Americans and their allies or Russia? And this is what, and he's going to throw out red herrings before he admits that he's with Russia. Listen.
So let me just say that we have two thoughts. You have groups that are wondering why the FBI never took the server.
Red
why
herring.
haven't they taken the server?
Red herring.
Why was the FBI told to leave the office of the
Red herring.
Democratic National Committee? I've been wondering that. I've been asking that
believe?
for months and months, and
believe?
I've been tweeting it out and calling it out on social media.
Tossing out red herrings.
Where is the server? I want to know
herrings.
where
Tweeting
is
out
the
red
server
herrings.
and what is the server saying?
Red herrings.
With that being said, all I can do is ask the question. My people came to me, Dan Coates came to me, and some others. They said they think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia.
Who do you believe?
I will say this. I don't see any reason why it would be. But
why it would be Russia? I don't see any reason why it would be. Sure, all my intelligence agencies came to me and said it's Russia. Sure, all my country ally friends came to me and said it's Russia. But I completely, as President of the United States, I completely disregard them. I don't see them. Now that I don't see my own intelligence agency, my own countrymen, my own allies, now that I don't see them, all I can see is Vladimir Putin saying, we didn't do it, and I can't see any reason why I shouldn't believe him. That's what Donald Trump just said. In 2018, right? So this isn't a new story, right? I've known that Donald Trump is a traitor for a fucking long time. And I've been trying to get the word out there to everybody else, right? And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, right? Up in Maine, they fucking picked a guy with a Nazi tattoo. So I don't know, man. I don't know what I can do, right? The odds are stacked against me. Like, he fucking flat out comes and says, oh, I don't believe my own people. I'm going to side with the enemy. And nobody bats an eye. Right? Like, they're, like... This is the dude leading your country on the 250th anniversary. And you wanted me to go out and celebrate this shit? Fuck that. Fuck you. Take care of this shit, dude. Yeah, he fucking, like, here, he'll do it again. Listen.
I really do want to see the server.
Red herring.
But I have confidence in both parties.
I have confidence in both parties. I have confidence in the Americans who say Russia did it. And I have confidence in Putin, who says he did not, my enemy, who says he did not do it. But since I don't see them, my own people, I can only trust the word of my enemy. That's how stupid Donald Trump thinks you are. And he was right. Oh no! Maybe not you personally, but enough Americans. Oh shit.
I really believe that this will probably go on for a while.
Yeah.
I don't think it can go on without finding out what happened to the server.
Red herring.
What happened to the servers
Red herring.
of the Pakistani gentlemen
Racist
that
red
worked
herring.
on the DNC? Where are those servers? They're
Red herring.
missing. Where are they?
Red
what
herring.
happened to Hillary Clinton's
Red herring.
emails? 33,000 emails
Red herring.
gone. Just gone.
Red herring.
I think in Russia they wouldn't be gone.
For each president.
Oh
Trump,
shit.
yes.
I
You
think in
first.
Russia they wouldn't be gone. So he's praising Russia again. Fuck, dude. He's like, I'm gonna shit all over our allies, shit all over the FBI, side with Russia, and Americans are still gonna elect me. And he was right. Wait, here.
I believe that this will probably go on for a while, but I don't think it can go on without finding out what happened to the server. What happened to the servers of the Pakistani gentlemen that worked
Red
on
herring.
the DNC? Where are
Red
those
herring.
servers? They're
Red herring.
missing. Where
Yeah,
are
yeah,
they?
yeah, yeah.
What happened to Hillary Clinton's emails? 33,000 emails
Okay, watch.
gone.
He's going to
just
praise
gone.
Russia.
I think in Russia they wouldn't be gone so easily. I think it's a disgrace that we can't get Hillary Clinton's
Red herring.
33,000 emails.
Praise
I have
Russia,
great
red
confidence
herring.
in my intelligence people.
He praised his intelligence people. I have great confidence in my intelligence people that I just dismissed for my for my enemy's word. I have great confidence in the people I just dismissed.
But
But
I will tell you that President Putin was extremely strong and powerful in his denial today.
so, if you remember, Jeffrey Epstein was keen to get in touch with Vladimir Putin. And in his communications with the Putin's people, he indicated that he could give Putin some insight into Trump. Remember that Donald Trump was likely videotaped by Epstein raping little girls. Pretty likely. Like, we don't know because the Epstein files were redacted by Donald Trump himself to protect himself and his associates. Why? Because they fucking gave him the presidency again. That's why. Like, how dumb are they, dude? I can't get over it. Okay, anyways. So it's likely that Putin and Epstein coordinated right before this meeting so that Vladimir Putin could show a little bit of compromise of blackmail that Epstein provided Putin over Trump. That's why Trump came out looking like shit. Both times, in fact, right? In both meetings, he came out looking like shit. In 2018, he looked like shit coming out. In 2025, was that 2025 when he went to Moscow or Alaska? Probably, yeah. He looked like shit coming out. So it's likely that Epstein provided Putin with blackmail on Trump, which is why Putin was able to very, very strongly deny the allegations made by the American intelligence community and our allies that they interfered. And Trump sided with him against everyone else. I mean, connecting the dots really isn't that hard. Come on. Come on, man. Come on.
And what he did is an incredible offer. He offered to have the people working on the case come and work with their investigators with respect to the 12 people. I think.
In other words, he's like, Vladimir Putin made a great offer. He's like, why don't you have your people come to Moscow and work with our people? Like, oh, those people investigating you? Have them come to Moscow. We'll take care of them. Oh, man. Do you see? Like, I can understand how you might miss it in real time. But now we're like years later. You gotta know that this has happened. This is history. This actually fucking happened. You can't erase it. It's not going anywhere. Right? Donald Trump is a traitor. He's been a traitor forever. And essentially, white people elected a fucking Confederate traitor to destroy the United States because it was a multiracial democracy and they wanted an ethno-state, a white ethno-state. Now you can show all this information, all this evidence, this proof to MAGAs, and they won't be able to understand it. It just won't register. They can't figure it out. They can't understand it. It's like a cognitive block. A cognitive block. It just won't. Did you see that video? There's a video on Reddit. I don't want to steal it, but there's this video on Reddit of a woman who takes her dad, and they're sitting in the car, and she bought her dad a hamburger. And her dad was eating the hamburger and fucking going off and how good it was and how it was like the best hamburger he's ever eaten. It was that good. And then his daughter said, "By the way, that's a vegetarian hamburger." And then he immediately changed his tune. Oh, this is the worst. I can taste it now. He's like, "Oh, I can taste it now. It's disgusting. I hate it. It's the worst thing I've ever eaten." Immediately, he changed immediately upon like so what. So it's not about like actuality. It's all about ideology. You can show them all the proof you want. Proof doesn't matter. It's about adhering to ideology and being loyal to the leader, who's Donald Trump. It's tribalism, dude. So, oh yeah, here I want to read that poem because I think now it's appropriate time. Yeah, this is an appropriate time. So today is July 5th, the morning after July 4th. Climbing up the rabbit hole. Today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday, she mumbled to herself as she fumbled with the sickening feeling of realizing she drank too much alcohol. And the queasy hungover morning haze hung before her eyes while she braced for impact with the here and now. While the now and again got naked and sang and danced with the devil by the 50-watt light bulb, but she ignored that thought. Or rather, she accepted, embraced, and absorbed that thought and let it pass into obscurity, because ignoring the ignorant doesn't make them less ignorant. It just makes them loud, indignant, and ignorant. But the mute guy left right away, and left her writing and wondering exactly what he meant when he left by the phrase, "Réveille-toi, réveille-toi, réveille-toi." The man who knows not, and knows he knows not, he is ignorant. Teach him. The man who knows not, but knows not he knows not, he is a fool. Avoid him. The man who knows, but knows not he knows, he is asleep. Wake him. The man who knows, and knows he knows, he is wise. Follow him. Thus, by millimeters... See, I should change that to be non-gendered. Anyways, thus, by millimeters, she peeled back the layers of superfluous thought and gently settled into the present, where sober people rarely visit. And the conscious, steady, rhythmic motion of breathing in and breathing out became something in and completely without distinction between the air flowing in and the blood pumping out of the conscious, steady, rhythmic motion of beating it up and beating it down the heart, her heart, his heart, their heart, my heart, our heart, our heart, our heart, beating and pounding and etching the fact that we live to learn to live without the need or want for wishes that lead to our undoing. Those things we had in the past and, oh yeah, what we'll have in the future. She pondered this and resolved to avoid cliches like the plague. Yet the past is already past, and tomorrow is only a day away. But it might as well be in like another country, because it's still too far away to be here and now. Yeah, tomorrow's only a day away. Tomorrow's only a day away. Tomorrow's always a one day and away and away and away we go. And we hope and we say and we pray to be right. And we left all the sides and resolved to say that the grass is always going to be greener on the other side of the fence. Hence, it's not so bad being who we are, being where we are, where we are, where we are. Are we being whom and what we were destined to be? Because when nature calls, she fucking hollers and screams, "Be born! Multiply! Die!" That's all she says. And the rest, no one says. And the rest is left to us to decide what is right and arrive at our own conclusions. We always arrive at our own conclusions. We write our own conclusions, and those who say otherwise have taken a sash and covered their eyes to keep bits of truth from getting their mind and rooting their complacency. But sometimes no fear means no hope. But the mute guy spoke and said, "Where there's a will, there's a way." While society says, "Where's my pill for a way out of reality and into the happy, blue-tinged world of Prozac dreams and Viagra wishes?" Oh, she wishes. She wishes upon a star and knows full well wishing alone won't bring her wishes true. But the moment calls nevertheless. She gapes in awe at the beauty, the precision, the poignant irony of the here and now. She tried to bring the others here, but the stripes of their shirt always got caught in the gray plaid wallpaper, and they would fall into uneasy contentment. Oh, one day, she thought. One day the bars will bend, the toys that friends had bought will break one time, and they will yawn and stretch and be simply awake. Just wait. Just wait. Have patience. Just wait. All right, yeah, peace. There it is. Yay, yay, yay. My fucking neighbor. Poor neighbors, right? It's Sunday. It's like 10:30. It's like the day after, right? So like they might be exhausted from like partying. I don't know. I have no idea. It's pretty quiet everywhere. I went outside earlier. It's a nice day. But yeah, November comes into focus, right? That's our chance to collectively stop Donald Trump and the fascists, the Republican fascists. What else do I got? What else do I got? Remember that? That's January 6th. That's January 6th. Donald Trump he went to his command center. After he directed the mob to go attack the Capitol, he went to his command center with his family to observe the mob storming the Capitol. This is January 6th when he tried to overthrow the government. And then white people gave him the presidency again. Not all of them, right? Because like, look at it, right? If you only count the white people, there's still 42% of the white people who kind of understand, who got the picture. So that's a big chunk, right? That's a huge chunk. But still, the majority of people, especially in the old Confederate states, haven't assimilated to the United States yet. They want to overthrow the government. Because really, yeah, that's the issue. These ideological Confederates don't want to assimilate into the United States. They're stuck on their old ways of a country that doesn't exist. Why not? Because it never existed. It tried to exist. But we crushed it. We strangled it in its cradle. The Confederacy is dead. Yeah, buddy. Uh, just like random shit, dude. So much. Fox News put up this display about Democratic Socialists of America. They did this not as a service to Democratic Socialists of America, but as a way to slander them. They're showing Fox News is showing their audience these things in order to slander Democratic Socialists of America against their audience. And what are these positions? Medicare for all, college for all, housing for all, 32-hour work week, tax the rich, Green New Deal, free Palestine. All of these are fucking fantastic. Hell yeah. So if the Fox News audience is primed against these ideas, what kind of audience is Fox News broadcasting to? An audience against these things. What kind of audience would be against these things? I'll leave that to you to connect the dots. Yeah, so Russia is starting to lose its invasion of Ukraine. That's why it wanted to like do something with NATO before Donald Trump lost power. But the U.S. spies, the U.S. spooks, warned our ally of the attack, and now that screwed it all up. Because Ukraine now is starting to bring the war to Russia. The entire time, ever since 2022, Russia has invaded, well, even before then, right? In 2014, Russia invaded Ukraine and took Crimea. And then it's been taking bits and pieces of Ukraine as it can. But finally, after all this time, the war has changed to the point that Ukraine has the advantage with its new drone technology. And Russia is still doing its terror attacks on civilians, but Ukraine is starting to attack Russia's oil infrastructure, its fuel infrastructure. Russia's entire economy is based upon oil. If it can't sell oil, it can't make any money. If it can't make money, it can't prosecute its war against Ukraine, and it has to withdraw. So Russia is looking for a way to either distract, they're looking for leverage against Ukraine. So one idea was Russia was going to attack Poland, and then Donald Trump was going to keep NATO out of defending Poland. Then Russia was going to say, well, we'll withdraw from Poland if Ukraine gives up its country. So, yeah. But luckily, loyalists within the United States sounded the alarm. Isn't that weird that there's a shadow war? Did you know that? I mean, did you even think about that kind of thing? Like, oh yeah, there's a shadow war going on inside our government right now. And our president is fucking owned by Vladimir Putin. I mean, does anyone even care? Like, it fucking blew my mind when I first figured it out. It blew my mind. It utterly destroyed me when I figured it out. Everything I believed was like shattered. It was so bad. And the one guy who saw what happened to me, who saw me like figure it out, and I like when I'm like, oh my god, like Russia's got like control of like the knowledge of where our troops are and everything. I was flipping out. The one guy who figured this out, my neighbor, turned out to be on Team Russia. He's on Team Russia. My neighbor was there the moment I figured it out and had a panic attack. And it turns out he's on Team Russia. He stated it openly. It wasn't like a trick or anything. He's literally on Team Russia. So he's with the government that's trying to overthrow my government. So anyways, Ukraine is bringing the war to Russia. And now Russia's gonna start looking for ways to like either blunt it or get out of the war. And Russia can stop the war at any time. All they have to do is go back to Russia. It's easy. It's so easy. But it's not really so easy for Putin, because if he fails, his rivals are gonna fucking murder him. Like, he's not a legitimate leader. He's a fucking criminal. Putin's a criminal. So if like there's no retirement plan for criminals. Like if he doesn't deliver, they're gonna murder him. He's gonna fall out a window. So he's incentivized to keep the war going as long as possible. Putin's incentivized to keep the war going as long as possible, because if he ever shows failure, he's gonna get murdered by a rival. It was never supposed to last this long. Russia intended on doing a coup d'etat. They were gonna drop paratroopers into the major cities and like kill off all the government leaders, and then install puppet, and then just rule Ukraine through a puppet, like it was doing before, right? It was doing it before through Viktor Yanukovych, but then the Ukrainians did a revolution and kicked them out, which is why Russia invaded Ukraine, or invaded Crimea. And Russia wanted to go back to doing it that way because it's cheaper for Russia. It's cheaper if they just corrupt the government and get puppets involved. But Ukraine repelled the decapitation attack and kept their government, and so got dragged into this war of attrition, which it's now losing. And it's costing Russia so much. The only reason why Russia is able to like persist is because Donald Trump got into office. His American allies saved him. This war would have been over if it wasn't for Donald Trump and the Confederates. And then Donald Trump gets us into a war of choice against Iran. But really, it's not even about, it wasn't even a war that Donald Trump wanted. It's what Israel wanted. And now Donald Trump's trying to make a peace deal, but can't, because Israel wants to keep going to war against Lebanon. And Iran is tying the peace deal in the Strait to the peace deal with Israel. And Israel doesn't want to stop going to war against Lebanon, its neighbors. So Israel is keeping the United States stuck in a war in the Strait of Hormuz, because it wants to go to war, and Donald Trump won't cut them off. Like, that's the thing. Israel can only do what it's doing because the Americans provide weapons. If the Americans ever cut off Israel, Israel would have to really, really change its behavior. I guess. If you want to change Israel, you have to change the American government. That's the truth of it. If you want to change Israel, you have to change the American government. Independence Day, huh? Israel's got us fucking stuck in a war that we can't get out of because it wants to go to war against its neighbors. And we're only in this war because Donald Trump put us in this war. I mean, gas is still over $4 a gallon. Inflation's still fucking outrageous. I used to pay $4.86 for a pound of coffee, and now I'm paying like $7.80. Everything got more expensive because of Donald Trump. Like, you can't domestically fucking grow coffee beans. You have to import that shit, and you put a tariff on it? Man, fuck you. Fuck you, Donald Trump. But everyone knows, right? You can see he's on Team Russia. He's not on our team. He's on team himself. and stupid Americans fucking gave him more power. And then crow about being independent. Yeah, I didn't go out. I didn't go out on the 4th of July. But I heard the fucking bombs going on, or the fireworks going off everywhere. My cats were freaking out. Like, I don't even have PTSD, and I was kind of, like, upset by it. Imagine a fucking veteran. Imagine you survive Donald Trump's fucking attack of Iran, and you're on an American base in the Middle East, and your shit gets rocked by Iranian missiles. You didn't die, but you got fucked by, your base got fucked, and you got like concussed and shell-shocked and all that other shit. And you come home, and then all your neighbors shoot off bombs all night. Fuck you, man. Fuck you for your service. Oh, man. Yeah, it's an American tradition. Sure. Traditions change, dude. Times change. We understand more. And then with more knowledge and understanding, our behaviors change. That's how we become enlightened. It's not necessarily comfortable. Your fucking leader is a Russian lapdog. And a good chunk of your people are too stupid to figure it out. Like, I showed the other video on July 3rd of the agreement part. I don't want to show it again, right? I already did it. What time is it? Yeah, it's an hour. It's exactly an hour. But if you want to see the exact moment when Donald Trump agreed to hand over Ukraine in exchange for Russian help, watch my video on July 3rd. Well, July 3rd to July 4th. It was really late at night. Happy Independence Day. I mean, all is not lost, not yet. But, like, it helps to understand the stakes when you understand, like, when you get a clear picture of, like, just how deep things are. Alright, that's 1 hour. That'll do it for me. You've been warned. He's gonna try to overthrow the next election. I mean, everyone knows this by this point, right? Everyone knows this. So if you're still a supporter of him, knowing that he's gonna try to overthrow the election, and you still support him, whose team are you really on? Alright, until next time. Defend yourself. Work with others who share your goals. Peace. Stop.